RDTDaily.com presents a Tarabuster with comedian Tara Devlin.
Oh, wow. Well, what the hell was that? Hey, guys. Yes, this is Tara Devlin. Unapologetic liberal talk on the right side of history, decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. And, yeah, we need more of that. Because we will win. We know we will win. And it's happening. It's unfurling. Please. I wish I was wrong, you know. Well, yeah, last night we were talking about how in the not so distant future, and mark these words, I'll say it again, those who cheered the con man, who supported him, who voted for him, who made excuses for him, for, I don't know, for anything that didn't recognize him as the con man he is. Those who supported that con man will only speak of that support in shamed whispers. It will happen. Mark my words. You see, Tara Jr. is taking his spot in the producer's chair behind me. All right. And it's happening, but at what cost? You know, I mean, we'll talk about it. Let me just do some of the plugs, and then we'll get right into it. Unapologetic liberal talk. If you can, please become a patron at patreon.com/Tara Devlin, and that will help keep the show going and growing. And right now, if you are on any other platform like SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever the hell else we are, no, just kidding. Yeah, but not kidding. Come on over to youtube.com/C for channel/Tarabuster to hang out in the greatest chat room in American history. And I see it filling up. It's already packed. There might be standing room only in there. And thank you, Jim, for your super chat right out of the gate. I know. But her emails, Jim writes. Yeah. The hypocrisy is like the wind beneath their wings. If not for their hypocrisy, what else would they have? Oh, I guess their complete ineptitude, their greed. I mean, they have a lot to fill up that black hole, whatever that is, that excuse for a soul. It's pretty unfathomable sometimes. I don't know how they stand themselves. You know, we all have blind spots. So sometimes I think to myself, like, or well, even ask you and others. I wonder what blind spots I'm not aware of in my own life. You know, they're blind spots because they're blind. Like, for example, but then, you know, once you wake up to them, there's no going back. You can't unsee what you see. But I told you the story when I was young and I was in the grips of my addiction and alcoholism, and you know, and it was still in the fun stage. You know, I didn't think I had a problem at all, and it wasn't a problem. You know, I could stop anytime I wanted, as long as it's not today. You know what I mean? So I remember a friend of mine said that she couldn't hang out with me anymore because she was going to AA. And I was flabbergasted. I was like, what are you talking about? You're going to AA? I drink like 10 times more than you do. But and I wasn't even kidding. So I thought, well, what are you doing going to AA? I'm not an alcoholic. How are you an alcoholic? You know what I mean? But I was completely in denial. So I wonder about them. Is that the level of denial they're in? And then, of course, you know, as I got older and got my ass kicked by my active addiction and all that, and got out of denial with not on my own, with the help of friends and therapists and the community of recovering people and whatnot, but I look back and laugh at that, but I just, you know, I don't know. It's really unreal. How do they not see what it's not just what we see. It is the absolute truth. That asshole that scum sucking, walking trans fat is, well, he's a sociopath, a malignant narcissist, and he's not in it for altruism at all. I mean, I always say how Republicans they don't get into government service for altruism. And that is the truth. But this is off the chart. He doesn't even pretend he's doing, I mean, well, maybe he does pretend a little. That he wants everybody to think that, well, if he can't take nuclear secrets home to sell to his Saudi friends, then neither can you. And isn't that an outrage? Unbelievable, though. But I don't know. I don't know how the Republicans, the average Joe Republican, well, we know. What am I talking about? It's, just like in my addiction. See, I might have been in denial about certain things in my life, the disease of active addiction, but I was never a dumbass like that. I was never, so dumb that I couldn't see a con man from a mile away. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to say, put my foot in my mouth or in any way in that, people get fooled. But at this point, what more do you need to know? This is a fucking disgusting person that we're dealing with. That was the so-called president, despite receiving fewer votes. A disgusting, awful con man with a history of documented grifts. A history of laundering money for the Russian mob. His tacky hotel was fined. I mean, this is not, this ain't the deep state. 20 years ago, his freaking tacky hotel was fined for laundering money for the Russian mob. And that's what we know about. We also know what a scumbag he is. That he would buy buildings in New York and then start just like Jared does. Ivanka, whatever the fuck her name is, the daughter bitch. She married her daddy. She really did. He does the same thing. He's a slumlord. They are the epitome of kiss up, kick down. They never they never punch up. That's the entire Republican Party, which is why they are disgusting. And I don't know, what is it? Wake up, morons! Not you guys. I'm talking to the Republicans. Are you really want to be, the good Germans? Is that what you want to be? Because that's what you are. Right? Because that's what's going to happen. So after World War II, the good German is a statement of irony. Because every German that anyone encountered after World War II was one of the good ones. The good Germans who didn't see their neighbors disappeared in the middle of the night and such, and didn't know what was going on. Didn't support Hitler. Nobody supported him, though, right? Except they all had pictures of him in their house. Is Jared Jr. licking himself? Junior, let me see. We're on the air, honey. No, we're on the air. No licking your private parts while we're on the air. The foot's okay. Yeah. You're good with the foot. Hey, I got some treats in my shorts here. Here, take a treat for your trouble. Okay? Oh, boy. I know. Why does Junior do that? Yeah, that's okay. He's a cat. That's what they do. They're free. They are free. All right. Well, where was I? Yeah, I forgot to do all the plugs. And, of course, the show is proudly hosted, or I am proud to be hosted by APS Radio News, our newest, I don't know, it's not affiliate, it's our newest host, I guess. I'm very, not everybody's on that APS Radio News, but I'm there. That's good. That makes, we never know. We reach out. We meet more people. We get more normal people into the conversation to hang out in the greatest chat room. And so thank you. Thank you, Charlie, for inviting me to be a member of the APS Radio News family. And please, guys, support APS Radio News, independent media. All right. I can't believe it. The show goes by so fast on Fridays anyway. And also, we're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher. Please give the show a good review on iTunes. That helps, too. I keep saying that. Oh, my God. I need a fucking dye job. And FYINation.com. Oh, yes, of course. And Progressive Voices. I didn't mean to step on FYINation.com. Because I just didn't mean it. Sometimes I just hate doing this, too. I do hate doing the plugs. That's why I wish I was like Alex Jones, in that we were getting $800,000 a day. Then I wouldn't have to bother you guys. Can you imagine? This is why we live in this. This is the problem. Okay, let me just show you something. Actually, speaking of Alex Jones, and we'll just start off here. It's kind of an aside, because right before I went on air, I saw this video. It came across my YouTube feed. And the Alex Jones trial is over now, and we're waiting to see the extent of the damages that he'll have to pay for, terrorizing Americans who are trying to grieve. I mean, they are the most disgusting people on Earth. They really are. And here, I figured I'd capture this video because it kind of personifies them. Here.
Will you talk to me?
So this is I guess, after the jury leaves during one of the days, after it was revealed that Alex Jones's lawyer inadvertently and thankfully, it was like, I guess, a Freudian slip, sent 2 years of Alex Jones' messages to the plaintiff's attorney. So he did us a favor. Not only did he reveal that Alex Jones is a filthy liar, like they all are, perjuring themselves, spitting in the face of Lady Justice and everybody who ever fought, bled, and died for a nation of laws. And, he lied under oath. What else is new, right? What a surprise. Oaths for thee and not for me. That's the Republican way. So I like this plaintiff's attorney because he wasn't, having their shit. And he also, I don't know, in my opinion, kind of, it was his disdain for these characters was written all over. I guess you can't help it, really. If you're a normal person. That was kind of the thing that annoyed me when I was watching the perjury Traitor Green trial. I thought the guy was a little too nice to her, and he never, which was so irritating, never followed up. He would never challenge her when she would say, "Oh, we were so scared. We thought that was Antifa out there." No, you didn't, bitch. No, you didn't. And we went through that last night. So, but you got to pay attention to this video, and I'll try to describe it as best I can for those who are listening, audio only. So the two lawyers are talking to each other, saying, like, you got to send me this on email, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, they don't like each other. But watch, Alex Jones's attorney has his back to the camera. And then our guy is the one looking with the beard, the one looking at him.
Will you talk to him? Will you talk to him? Will you talk to him?
Did you see that? Did you see that? I don't think the attorney saw that. He gives the guy the finger right to his face. The guy turns and he puts his finger up right next to his head. I don't think he saw it, though, but it is what they are. You get it? They're cowards. They are infantile. They are unfit. And this is how a lawyer behaves? See, the thing about being a lawyer, you're supposed to use your words. You're supposed to be able to defend your case, defend your client. You're supposed to be able to make your case to the jury. And if you win, then you made your case. But then you got this fucking guy giving the other attorney the finger, like a 2-year-old. This is who they are. They are fundamentally unfit, and I have been making the case since we started the show and before. They're unfit to lead a drunken conga line, much less a modern nation. And they're all like knows like, you know? It's not that there aren't infantile, immature people who identify as Democrats, or normal people, and liberals, progressives, Democrats, normal people. That's non-Republicans. It's that the amount of immature, infantile, overgrown adolescence is off the chart. It's like, that's the saying, although not all Republicans are Nazis, all Nazis are Republican, right? It works every time. Not all infantile, unfit, emotionally stunted, adolescent, overgrown man babies are Republican, but all infantile, unfit, overgrown, adolescent man baby are Republican, right? Incredible. And this could get this. I'm sure the judge wasn't in the room, because that's the other thing they do. When mommy or daddy is there, they behave to the right up to the line. And I don't know if you saw. I was watching this Alex Jones trial, and he was acting like such a dick constantly. It's really kind of laughable and pathetic if they weren't so dangerous. At one point, Alex Jones pretends like he's going to get up, like he wants to fight the other attorney. He didn't like what he said. He was like, "Arr," and then somebody puts a hand on his shoulder, like, don't jump up. Like he's like, hold me back. Hold me back. Fuck you. You stupid. Disgusting. Goddamn baboon. That's how they behave. Hold me back. Hold me back. He didn't like it. And then when the attorneys would they're making their case, and the attorney says something like, Alex Jones will say that people... Wait, hold on a second. We got the music coming. I got to pay attention to it. This is Tara Devlin. Be right back. All right, we're back. And we're talking about the, whatever, Alex Jones trial. We'll go on to other things in a minute. But he's like, so the attorney says, well, Alex Jones will tell you that that people are accusing him of killing the people who, the children that were murdered at Sandy Hook. Nobody said that, of course, but Alex Jones is sitting there. Yeah. Like, he can't help himself. They cannot help it. They can't help but behave like children who can't control themselves. And it was just so irritating, too, watching the whole trial. He's sitting on the stand saying that he's got a cough. He was coughing the entire time he was on the stand. But he was doing it to annoy people. And even the lawyer said, here, they played a clip from Alex Jones' show that same day or the day before or something, when he was having these coughing fits. And, he went right from the courtroom to the show to complain and say that, everybody was out to get him. And the lawyer pointed out, how come you're not coughing here? You coughed on the stand the entire time. He couldn't get through a sentence. And he's like, I see you're not coughing here. He's a fraud. They're fraud. They are fraud. But that's what's pretty disgusting. And that's the thing that's most discouraging, is that they will still get people to vote for them when they are vile. I don't understand. When you put them all together, put the whole gaggle of Republicans together, and we should come up with a word for a group of Republicans. What's that? What would that be called? Would it be it wouldn't be a gaggle. It would be what? It's not a pride. That's for sure. A corpse, maybe? A corpse of Republicans? It could be. That could be something. I don't know. We'll come up with something. Somebody in the chat will have something. But you put them all together and look at them all as a turd, maybe. A turd. Thank you, Jim, on the chat. A turd would fit. An entire turd of Republicans would be the whole lot of them getting together. A whole bunch of them getting together. But you put them all together. You line them up side by side, and you think, this is the best they can do? This is who they want to represent them. But, they're dumb. What can you say? I mean, Steve Bannon? Really? You gonna follow that guy? Roger Stone? Him? Paul Manafort? All manners of traitors, too. All of them are fucking traitors. Okay, well, it's not just me saying it. Here's some receipts. Let's bring the receipts. They are traitors. And we know today, because everybody's saying that Merrick Garland is like Lady Olenna Tyrell from Game of Thrones, who was right before, she said, I want you to know, I want Cersei to know it was me who killed Joffrey. And that was the way, I guess, people are comparing. I don't like that comparison 100%, because you know what happened to the Tyrells in Game of Thrones. But it still didn't change that Lady Olenna was a boss. So I guess I get it. And was. The actress who played her passed away. But here, where is it? search warrant shows that Trump is under investigation for possible espionage. Are you fucking kidding me? Of course he is. Why would you take classified documents? He took top secret documents out of the White House, and of course they can't be detailed. And he didn't, they're not pictures of Melania. They try to tell us. I mean, they went through, yes, tell Cersei I want her to know it was me, Pookie's mama. Yes, that was good. I hope the new Game of Thrones, what is it, House of the Dragon? Oh, yeah, House of the Dragon starts August 21st. I can't wait. I hope it doesn't disappoint like the, like the Game of Thrones. What a shame that was. That really pissed me off, frankly. I was so invested in it. And then it was like those two douchebags wanted to get through it. That's what it felt like. They wanted to finish quickly so they can go on to something else. They were done. They should have just given it to somebody else who could take it and do it better. Obviously. And I don't like what they did to Daenerys. And it's not that, you can't tell me that that's what, what's his name? George Martin wanted to do, because they actually beat him, all along while they were keeping pace with Martin, using his stories. It was great. But then they surpassed him because apparently he's a slow writer. So that's not, the show ain't about Game of Thrones, but maybe it is to a degree. Yeah, and then they all of a sudden, I mean, you could get there. You could get to Daenerys, being a kook, being kooky. But not that quickly. It didn't make any sense. All of a sudden she fights for the throne, and then she gets there, and all along she's very conscious of the little guy. And then she has her goal in sight and decides to burn the whole fucking place to the ground. Bing, bang, bing, because she heard some bells? Get the fuck out of here. That pissed me off. Bing, bang, bing, bang. Okay. I didn't mean to give it away. If you, spoiler alerts. I can't even say spoiler alerts. All right. What was I saying? Trump is a traitor. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, of course he's a fucking traitor. First of all, he couldn't pass security clearance if he tried. All right? And now so the Republicans are switching excuses. And blah, blah, blah. Apparently, they are now being warned. The GOP leadership is warning the fucking kooks, the bats who are out of the belfry. That's the modern Republican Party. They're telling them to reel it in, dummies, because more shit's gonna hit the fan. And they know it. Well, what the fuck did you expect? You hitched your filthy star to a con man who sucked. He's always sucked, and you knew it. He sucked at life. He sucked at business. He sucked at being a human being. He sucked at being a husband, a father. And he sucked at anything and destroyed everything he touched. So now, like Lindsey Graham said, if we make him our nominee, if we make him our standard bearer, he will destroy the Republican Party and we will deserve it. Well, yeah. Nothing, it couldn't happen to a nicer group of ghouls. A more deserving group of ghouls, I should say. Not nicer. They're not nice. So, search warrant shows that Trump the con man is under investigation for possible Espionage Act violations. And they're saying, like I was saying, they're going out all over their propaganda outlets saying, well, Trump can declassify everything. He just go wooka, wooka, booka, booga. It's declassified. Well, not really. Not really. So why not take nuclear secrets and post them on your stupid Twitter wannabe site? Why not? Because it's not allowed. You can't just do that, even though Trump did shit like that. He really did. He tweeted out, what was all these other? He tweeted out classified photographs. He's a stupid piece of shit. And I don't mean to, this is very scintillating and insightful political discourse, I know, but it's as simple as that. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right? I am right, and it sucks to be right on every level. So, the Department of Justice, this is from the Daily Kos by Brandy Buckman. The Department of Justice search warrant for the asshole's property, Mar-a-Lago property, indicates that the scumbag is under investigation for obstruction of justice and violations of the Espionage Act. The Wall Street Journal was first to report the details of the warrant, and the Daily Kos obtained it after it became part of public record, when the information contained therein could be independently confirmed. According to the warrant, the search was predicated on the belief that the asshole held documents at his Palm Beach, Florida property in violation of 18 U.S.C. 793, 2071, and 1591, or 19, who cares? Otherwise known as the Espionage Act, and specifically it refers to the willful or grossly negligent removal of information related to national defense. What a shitbag. What a traitor. You don't accidentally take nuclear secrets out of the White House, okay? You don't. You don't accidentally, of all the secrets, of everything to take, you think that shit's just laying around? Of course not. They had to go get it. You don't think Trump went and got it? No, he didn't. This was a conspiracy. Because they're traitors. You know what they're doing with it? I'm going to go out on a limb. And I don't know. This is speculation. They are using it to get money. From the Saudis. From the Russians. Right? Of course. Here, and I got something else here. I got something else right here. Where is it? He's a traitor. What can you say? Besides, who votes for a traitor? Why are you still supporting a traitor? Traitors. I mean, it's one thing to be a traitor, and then it's another to be a dupe. Which one are you? And once you are made aware, then you have no more excuse. Let's see. Here. This is what he's doing with it. Here's from 2019, when Representative Elijah Cummings was alive, and he was the chairman of the Committee on Oversight and Reform. So here we go. New document. This is from the website, the House Committee on Oversight and Reform. A press release from July 29th, 2019, titled, "New documents show corporate and foreign interests seek to influence U.S. nuclear policy. So it says on July 29th, 2019, today, Representative Elijah Cummings, the chairman of the Committee on Oversight and Reform, issued a second interim staff report to the committee's investigation into efforts to transfer U.S. nuclear technology to Saudi Arabia. The chairman's statement reads, today's report reveals new and extensive evidence that corroborates committee whistleblowers and exposes how corporate and foreign interests are using their unique access to advocate for the transfer of U.S. nuclear technology to Saudi Arabia. The American people deserve to know the facts about whether the White House is willing to place the potential profits of the president's personal friends or himself, which it didn't say that. It said his friends above the national security of the American people and the universal objective of preventing the spread of nuclear weapons, which Donald Trump could give two shits about. He wanted to use nuclear weapons. He wanted to use nuclear weapons on protesters. He didn't understand why we just couldn't nuke the shit out of anything we saw. Just want to push him up. I don't want you to fall. Just gotta make sure you don't fall. Okay. The committee's second interim report is based on more than 60,000 pages of new documents produced to the committee in response to requests that Chairman Cummings made to a host of outside companies about their involvement with plans to transfer U.S. nuclear technology to Saudi Arabia. The report states the new documents and communications show that the IP3, the private company lobbying the White House to transfer U.S. nuclear technology to Saudi Arabia, repeatedly sought a $120 million investment from Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Salman. It is unclear if the company ultimately received this investment. I'm reading from this report from the House Oversight. Well, it's not a report. It's a press release for detailing a report. Let's see. Documents show that IP3 is currently pushing the Trump administration not to require Saudi Arabia to agree to the gold standard, which is a commitment not to use U.S. nuclear technology to make nuclear weapons. So you see that? That's true. This is when the con man was squatting in the White House despite receiving fewer votes. Unreal. Documents show that the IP3 officials repeatedly urged the Trump scumbags to abandon the gold standard in any future agreement with Saudi Arabia, complaining that it would lock them out of lucrative nuclear contracts with the Saudis. You see? Because that's all that matters. Fuck nuclear war. Who cares about the future? Who cares what nefarious actors have the ability to wipe out life on the planet as we know it? Trump's got to get paid. They got to make a buck. You see? That's all that matters. There's no other higher ideal or standard. This is not about the liberal age of enlightenment. Look at what we're doing here. We're fighting for more than just, freedom from the king. We're fighting for an ideal of self-governance. No, it's none of that. They're fighting. They want money, and they want it now, and they want your money, and they want our money. And they don't care. There's no borders here. I know that Trump jerks off into a flag all the time, and the idiots lap it up. But he doesn't give a shit about the American anything. He doesn't care about America. It's not about America. He uses America like, like a hooker puts on high heel shoes to attract a trick. That's it. That's who they are. There's no borders for them. But they want you to get all frothy about borders. He doesn't give a shit about borders. They don't care. They are just tickling whatever thing they can tickle to get the dupes to do whatever they want them to do, to cheer their own demise, to open up their wallets and make that recurring $100, $200, whatever the fuck dollar, whatever socialist security check you got. Thank you, liberals. They want that. They want that in a recurring donation at Trump.com or wherever the fuck they go. I know I'm cursing out of control. It's just cursing now. The show is all cursing. I decided to embrace it. I don't know. Just rest into the cursing. Let me see. New documents show that Thomas K. Barack Jr., a longtime personal friend and campaign donor and inauguration chairman, negotiated directly with so-called President Trump and other White House officials to seek powerful positions within the administration, including special envoy to the Middle East. Hold on. All right. This is Tara Devlin. We're reading this press release from 2019 where Representative Cummings, who is now passed away, warned us about Trump being a traitor. And Trump was and is a traitor. He is what he is. It's like a bird is going to fly and a fish is going to swim. Trump is a traitor. So, all right, well, we get the point on that. There's no reason. I got that from the Randy Rhodes site. Shout out to Randy. Right? Am I right or am I not right? I am right. See, now here's from the writing. This is where what we're dealing with. The writing.com, RIGHTING, an aggregate of all of the right-wing media every day. It's very interesting. It's fascinating. I stop by here at least, or try to at least once a day, to see what these traders are talking about. But it's pretty fascinating because it's usually the same thing. So you're talking about all across the right-wing propaganda sphere. They are on message. They really are. So now it's Trump mocks claim he had classified nuclear documents. Mocks it. That's what they're going for. First it was something is planted. We knew when they said something was planted that it was going to be good. We knew it was serious. Because what's he going to say? What is the defense? What's your defense for taking nuclear secrets to Mar-a-Lago? Oh, and here's libs escalate their accusations against Trump. I know, he's so put upon. Never in the history of life has there been anybody so picked on. And one of these monsters said this is the greatest attack on the Republic in our history. Who said that? Have they seen, I don't know, 9/11? Have they heard of that day? It's incredible. Unbelievable.
They say stuff and they think you're going to believe it. It is a horrible, horrible thing. A friend of mine recently said that I was the most persecuted person in the history of our country. Who has been through anything like that?
That's how we know it's a lie. No, he doesn't have any friends. What friend said that?
They said that I was the most persecuted person in the history of our country. Who has been through anything like this, seriously? Certainly no politician and definitely no president. This is just a crazy time. Never forget, everything this corrupt establishment is doing to me is all about preserving their power and control over the American people.
There's a confession
they want to
right there.
damage you in any form.
There's a
But
confession.
they really want to damage me so I can no longer go back to work for you.
Go back to work for you. This sing-songy thing. Ugh. It's like a rake on a chalkboard. Go back to work for you. Well, when did he work for us? It's incredible. Now, if you look at thewriting.com, Destroyer of the Republic. Now, who would that be? I'm like, yes, I agree with that. Destroyer of the Republic. Oh, wait. Rogue Attorney General Garland is the destroyer of the Republic. FBI and its and its media allies, yes, scrambled to justify the raid. Nobody's scrambling. Do you see any scrambling going on, guys? I don't see any scrambling happening because there's, we're justified. Here's the warrant. Here's the, here's the subpoena. Here's the detailed receipts for what they were looking for. No one's scrambling. In fact, it is what it is. You are caught in the act of being yourself. Yourselves, I should say. A bunch of traitors. Keep it up, though. Really. I really want you to keep it up because it couldn't happen quicker. You got to, because this Republican Party is irredeemable. They must go the way of the Whigs fast. And they can't help it. You know what I mean? We're not doing this to them. They're doing it to themselves. And we're just trying to stop them from, selling secrets to the Saudis. Jesus Christ. First of all, I have to say I just received, thank you, Jonathan, a one-time donation. That's very nice of you, Jonathan. Very nice. Where are you, Jonathan? Are you in the chat room at youtube.com/C for channel /Tarabuster? If you want, please send me an email at tarabustermedia@gmail.com and I'll send you a Tarabuster mug. And that goes for every supporter. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Why am I making a stupid voice? Oh my God. We really do have a great chat room tonight, I have to say. Thank you all for hanging out. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, experience it for yourself at youtube.com/C for channel /Tarabuster. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, that's it. For a second, I thought, am I giving the right name? I mean, URL? All right, where was I? I was reading this other article. And now I lost it. So, in the meantime, I'll just start on another one because it's, it's not out of... So we were just reading this press release from Elijah Cummings and the Committee on Oversight and Reform from 2019, detailing that Trump, they were being generous, saying his friends were selling secrets, nuclear secrets to the Saudis. What is it's not an accident that it's nuclear secrets, because that's what the Saudis wanted. Why else would he take it from the White House? And it's not like it falls into your briefcase. He doesn't have a briefcase. It's not like it fell down his Depends. You had to go get it. You had to send somebody to get it. In fact, according to Democratic Underground, I was looking that, where the heck is it? Trump's, here it goes. Somebody wrote, KP writes, FBI agents will fingerprint each document to find out who actually touched them. Of course they will. CNN analysis, whatever. CNN, why can't I talk? CNN analyst, that was hard, okay, says that the intel that Trump stole is so sensitive that FBI agents will fingerprint each document to find out who actually touched them. Of course they will. Because they have to collude together. This is a conspiracy. Trump sent somebody to get these documents. Nobody, it's not like they're just laying around. I mean, maybe they are, though, actually. No, they said that. This is was the Trump administration. But that's what they'll do. They'll get to the bottom of it. And apparently this is a 2-year investigation. Is that true? This is what they're saying. It's someone on Democratic Underground, Sebab, whatever, it doesn't matter, says, it's over and done, folks. Trump is finished. This is a 2-year sting operation. Yes, Donald Trump is guilty of heinous crimes against America, and he sold our secrets for cash. And yes, the FBI has the proof. People on our side are all up in arms, decrying why it took 2 years. Hold on a second. We'll be right back. And I'm reading from Democratic Underground. Sababorns writes, people are up in arms decrying why it took 2+ years for the FBI to recover secret documents that Trump kept. Folks, there's a reason they let him keep those docs. Donald Trump is not a smart person. The FBI is the best run organization in the world at what they do. The bad stuff is coming. You've heard it before. I've heard this before. And it's going to be a crazy fall and winter, because this time Donald Trump is fucked. And the CNN Chiron, that's where that came from, states that GOP members are warning Trump allies to stop their aggressive criticism of the Department of Justice and FBI, as more damaging info may be coming. It is really over this time. His name will be shamed as long as America is a country. Absolutely. He's going to be like Benedict Arnold. It will be, and I've predicted this before, Benedict Arnold is shorthand for traitor, right? You call somebody a Benedict Arnold, you're calling them a traitor. Donald Trump's name will be synonymous with the word traitor. Same thing, except, it's almost an insult to Benedict Arnold, because Benedict Arnold was, he had some redeeming qualities. He had some. He did win the Battle of Sarasota, and if not for Benedict Arnold, we wouldn't be a country, and maybe that's probably a problem. We would have health care. We'd still be, or somewhat, we'd still be, part of the English Empire, probably. And we'd all have universal health care finally. That might not be so bad. But, that aside, the Benedict Arnold, the only reason he could, well, not the only reason, whatever. He was a petty little man, but he was a very good general, apparently. Not that I'm a big military know-it-all about what makes a good general or not. But he did win the Battle of Sarasota, and that battle, because of that battle, that is what convinced the French that we were a good bet. And then the French backed the American cause, if only to annoy the English. And then the French bankrupted themselves until... what happened was it spurred on the French Revolution, because if not for the American Revolution, but it wasn't because it was partly the inspiration of what was happening in America, but also because we had bankrupted the Treasury, and then the Americans reneged on paying the French back. That's what happened. The Americans said, we're not going to pay you back. We can't. And the French had spent, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember this correctly, the entire budget of France for a year was like $500 million. And they had spent $1.5 billion arming and backing the American Revolution. So two times their entire budget for the year. That's why the French people were starving. And of course, Marie Antoinette and all. You had the kiss-up, kick-downs. You had to keep the elites had to keep their party going, of course, but it wasn't just that. It was the American Revolution. But anyway, if not for Benedict Arnold, they would never have entered on the side of the Americans. So anyway, how do we get on this topic? Oh, I'm talking about how Benedict Arnold had some redeeming qualities. That's it. And that's it. Yeah, he wasn't a complete dullard. He did, he wasn't a complete loser. In fact, he was supposedly so incredible during the Battle of Sarasota. And that's partly why he became resentful against against George Washington and the rest of the officers who were, he felt like he was being passed over for promotion. And he also lost, I think he got hurt. His leg was mutilated. And in fact, there is the famous boot monument. It is actually a monument to Benedict Arnold, but unless you're a Southern trader, see here, normal functioning countries don't build monuments to traitors, so we built a monument to Benedict Arnold's leg. Not him, you don't put up a monument to a traitor. Unless you're a right-winger. Right? So it's not out of the realm of possibilities that Trump has done a lot of damage already. Of course, he's done damage, as we know, but even more than we can even fathom. Why did the Saudis suddenly give Jared? Why did they bail him out suddenly? You're going to tell me that it was out of the goodness of their hearts? Everything is a transaction to these fuckers. Of course, he's a traitor, and we know. And this is the thing with Mar-a-Lago. Good thing the FBI went in there. They couldn't wait anymore. They couldn't wait for the con man to give out more secrets, because it's already Mar-a-Lago is already a magnet for spies from all over the world. You better believe it. There's absolutely no security there. They already caught a spy there. Remember, they caught a Chinese spy there? But if you're any other country, right, and you have an intelligence operation, you're going to send them to Mar-a-Lago. You're going to send people there to infiltrate Mar-a-Lago. You're going to make them bus boys and caddies and, like Maria Butina. You're going to get them in there. And the Republicans they're not that smart, guys. We know that. And they are easily played by, you just tickle their greed. You tickle their egos, their fragile eggshell egos. And they will, sell America out in a heartbeat. Willingly and, by stupidity. Hold on. Hello. All right. This is Tara Devlin. Listen to this. This is an article from 2017. Mar-a-Lago. Well, that's my word for it. Every time they say it on the corporate media, when they're talking about Mar-a-Lago, I'm like, Mar-a-Lago, you morons. Mar-a-Lago is heaven. This is from Politico from 2017. Mar-a-Lago is heaven for spies. Yep. Palm Beach, Florida. This is an article, Darren Samuelson. Donald Trump relishes the comforts of his Mar-a-Lago estate for repeated weekends away from Washington. But former Secret Service and intelligence officials say that the resort is a security nightmare, vulnerable to both casual and professional spies. Of course it is. And we know, remember what was that? When there's that famous photo of Trump sitting at Mar-a-Lago. Trump and the late president of Japan. Let's see. Just like it was the Situation Room, sitting there. Let's see. At Mar-a-Lago. Right? What were they doing? I forget what was happening. Long list of episodes. Everybody's kind of thinking about these episodes now. The long list of episodes that stoked security concerns. Here's one. In March 2019, Mike Tyson wandered into Mar-a-Lago through the same beachfront tunnel as guest billionaire Jeff Green. Tyson entered the president's estate without even presenting an ID, according to the Grifters Club. That's a book, The Grifters Club. On the same day as Tyson, a Chinese businesswoman named Yujing Zhang entered Mar-a-Lago from the front, saying she was there for a charity event that she knew had been canceled, And she was convicted of trespassing, although no espionage charges were brought against her, despite much speculation that she was a foreign agent. Donald Trump, and there's a picture of Donald Trump at dinner with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe after receiving news of that's what it was, North Korean missile test. He's just fucking sitting there. Like it's the goddamn Situation Room. Sitting there on the phone with everybody looking over his shoulder, with every dumb bitch in a Trump hat wandering by. Because they paid the dues that Trump actually tripled or quadrupled because he knew he could, because he's a grifter. Everything is about money. That's just a few episodes. But anyway, while Trump's private club in South Florida has been transformed into a fortress of armed guards and military-grade radar, bomb-sniffing dogs, and metal detection checkpoints, which makes me sick. You know, that we're talking about, this is from 2017, when he was the so-called president, despite receiving fewer votes. And I told you guys when I was, before the pandemic, when he was here in New York, but even when he wasn't here, his tacky hotel or wherever the fuck he lives, one of these Trump towers that he lives at, is, if you live here in New York, it is a fortress as well. And there's all kinds of barricades, cement blocks. There's guys with, all decked out, assault weapons, standing around, guarding the con man. It made me sick. And I used to ride my bike back, past Mar-a-Lago. Not Mar-a-Lago. It was Mar-a-Lago North. And I would just say, all this for a con man. Look at this. Look at all this for a fucking con man. I couldn't help myself. Disgusting. It is very disgusting. Isn't it? That's the thing. It is about, a con man is a con man. A grifter's gonna grift. Trump is, they always say, let Trump be Trump. Well, Trump is a disgusting waste of human DNA grifter. So that's what we're letting him be. Okay, but what's wrong with us? What's wrong with a society that puts that con man in the catbird seat of power and then ensures its protection, then spending all this money keeping it safe? We have to respect the office, they would say. Well, why don't we respect the office when he fucking respects the office? Why don't we play hail to the chief when he acts like it, like a chief? Like he deserves the accolades, right? Like he deserves the respect. Republicans are the first to tell you respect is earned. But no, it's rules for thee, not for me, right? Or however you say it. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Terry on the chat says, yes, Tara, every day I am disgusted that he was squatting in our White House. Exactly. And sullying it, throwing dishes and chairs, treating people like shit. He looks like shit because never before was all of that available to him. An entire kitchen of world-class chefs at his beck and call, and that's all he can do is go, meep, meep. Look, I can get a Diet Coke. What a lowbrow, white trash scumbag. He's just trash. Trash. He's fucking trash. And that he terrorized everybody. We got the testimony. the way he behaved, everybody had to walk on eggshells constantly. And he's a tyrant. A little petty little tyrant. Upset because he lost. He lost an election. Well, he didn't understand. He lost the election the first time. So I can see how he could be confused. He received the fewer votes the first time. And he still got to squat in the White House and wipe his ass with the Constitution and shove classified documents down his depends. He's okay. I mean, the cat, not Trump. Let's see. Trump's private club transformed into a fortress of armed guards, military, I read that already, and security experts warn that the commander-in-chief's frequent visits since he took office in January, afford an unprecedented opportunity for eavesdropping and building dossiers on the president's routine and habit. I mean, this was the worst administration for everything. For following orders, as far as for not just orders, I mean security protocols. That's what I'm talking about. You know, back when Obama became the president in the first of 2 landslide elections, he lamented how he had to give up his BlackBerry. Remember, this was before every iPhones and whatnot. That was the big thing. I didn't have a BlackBerry at the time, but everybody had a BlackBerry. And he was glued to his, and he had to give it up for, because there was a higher purpose going on. He was the president. He was a commander-in-chief. There was a lot. Everybody was going to try to get in and spy on him and take advantage. Trump didn't. He used his personal cell phone. God, and all of the her emails and lock her up. These fucking scumbags. The president is the biggest, richest intelligence target in the world, and there is almost no limit to the energy and money an adversary will spend to get at him, says David Criss, a former Obama-era Assistant Attorney General for National Security. Oh, well, it's Obama. Obama-era. Oh, Barack Hussein Obama. Fucking scumbags. I hate them. You know what they have done to this country? How much they've destroyed this country? Just the spirit of the country. Even that, when he released, I'm reading an article from 2017, but today Trump's releasing it's like releasing gas for him. He's putting out statements on his scummy Truth Social, and which I hope no normal people are on Truth Social, by the way, which is a beautiful thing, and it says everything we need to know. God help us. No corporations are on there. It's not like Twitter. It's the only people who are on there are the crackpots and the kooks. But he's releasing gas on Truth Social and saying how, everybody is, it's all a witch hunt and that it's everybody's lying. Everybody's lying because he's such what? He's doing such good work for the this is what they want to prevent. What the fuck has he done besides turn this country into shit? And is it the deep state is everywhere? The deep state is in every other country. All our allies are the deep state. Do you know how stupid you sound, Republicans? It really is pathetic. Everybody wants to live. They just want to live their lives. No one has the energy to have a deep state. We're fucking working on the state we have. You're being manipulated by con men like Steve Bannon, a horrible person. All of them. Horrible people. I don't want to hear your excuses. Oh, King David was horrible too, but he did such great... Is that what Jesus wants you to hang out with, just horrible people? How come Jesus didn't hang out with the fucking horrible people? He told you, to not listen to the horrible people. He flipped the tables in the temple. All those horrible people wanted all that money, money, money. That's why they killed him. The conservatives killed him. That's it. You know why? Because he was cutting into their bottom line. There was the tradition in Judaism where, I don't mean Judy Garlandism, but Judaism. Stupid joke, sorry. Where at the time when Jesus went into there was a holiday happening, and this was right before he was put to death, right before he was arrested. And Jesus was telling he was telling his followers, and he was gaining more followers, and he was telling them that they don't need to pay the rabbi it was the bath. They had to do a ritual bath. And Jesus was, and that was big money for the conservatives, So all these pilgrims come to town, and Jesus is telling them, you don't got to give money to these people, and that's their big payday. All these suckers come in and they're like, here, I got the bath for you right here. Here, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And Jesus told them that they didn't have to pay somebody to purify them. They were already pure. They didn't need some gatekeeper standing there with their hand out saying, give me a buck. How ironic how Christianity has failed their founder. So that's why they killed him. That's why they wanted him arrested. And the conservatives went to the Roman authorities and said, arrest this fucking guy. He's cutting into our bottom line. He's telling the suckers, all the pilgrims who were coming to town, he's telling them they don't need to take our ritual bath and pay us our money. Right? And then, so they arrested him. Because it was the conservatives, even though the Romans were in charge, the conservatives were, running the show, giving a little off the top to Caesar. Just a puppet, the client of the Romans. They weren't out for anybody's enlightenment. Oh, God. And then, well, like it is, if Jesus came back, they would crucify him again. So anyway, at the White House, visitors must undergo a rigorous background screening before they are let in the door. Agents scan every visitor's full name, birth date, social security number, city of residence, country of birth, etc. But at Mar-a-Lago, gaining entry doesn't require that degree of disclosure. Of course not. You can just wander around and the asshole would be on his phone ordering a missile strike. Guests entering the club go through multiple security checkpoints staffed by the Secret Service looking for weapons or other immediate threats. But there's only one requirement: to produce a photo ID. It's like when going to Limelight, back in the day. And the club itself does not ask guests to provide their names or other information when they enter through the main wrought iron gated door. The club also serves as a venue for ticketed public events, and that's not filled with spies, right? Hosts for the slate of political and charity dinners booked at the president, this is, remember, in 2017. Now it's the so-called former president, or the former so-called president. Part-time home from now, blah, 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 blah. He told Politico, the only request for information about attendees has come from the club itself, and all they're asked is to provide a name, not additional information that can be used by the Secret Service to do background checks. It's so fucking ridiculous. But look her up, right? Look her up. Imagine. This is how much they are. Republicans are the biggest hypocrites, and I'm sick of them. Anybody else sick of them? I'm sick of them. What's more, a page on the Mar-a-Moron website, accessible to the public with just a search engine, reveals the names. Just search engine sleuthing reveals names, work email addresses, and phone numbers for more than a dozen critical club employees. So, yeah, any of those employees have financial problems, right? Maybe want to make a little extra because that's all hey, there's nothing more than grifting going on when the fish rots from the head down and you're out there busboy at Mar-a-Moron and you're gonna get approached by some spy and they're like, I can change your whole world here. Okay, why not? Fuck it. That's what, Trump would do it. Trump would sell his mother. He would sell his mother's pussy. I had to say it. I'm sorry. He would. Cat. No, he wouldn't have a cat because he hates life. He's a sociopath. He didn't even, in fact, he hated when he made fun of Pence for having a cat. You understand? Pence and his mother/wife mother had a cat or have a cat, and he made fun of him for having a cat. Because, what do you need a cat? What do you need an animal, a pet? Like, what a piece of shit he is. That's a sociopath. Oh my God, what? This is the end of the Progressive Voices part of the show. I have another funny part of the show I want to talk about. And, if you want to talk about it too, come on over to youtube.com/C for channel/Tarabuster. For the rest of the show, we will win. We're on the right side of history, decency, dignity, and democracy. Become a patron at patreon.com/Tara Devlin. Keep the real liberal media going and going. Going and going? Going and growing. We stick together, we win. My name is Tara Devlin. I'll see you soon. It's not over yet. Thank you, Lola J, on the chat. Nice stream. Thank you, Lola. But we still have some more time. That's just the end of the Progressive Voices part of the show. So Progressive Voices is weird. They only show part of the show because I have to do that's the reason we have the music cues is because I have to cut the show up for Progressive Voices, and they put commercials in. So the rest of this show is sort of like commercial, like the filling of the commercials. You know what I mean? I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know. Whatever. It is annoying. I know. But I'm at the mercy. All right. You know what? What am I going? What the hell? I can't believe how fast it goes. It's really beyond. It's like being in a time space continuum. So, but I wanted to. I don't know. This is not. It may not fill up the rest of the show. We will probably have to jump back onto something else, but. I want to thank Kenneth Martin for sending this to me. I don't know where I wouldn't be able to do a show without the people who support the show, like the show, are fans with the show, and are also kind of the armchair producers of the show, for real, because I can't keep up with it all. So I do appreciate being sent articles and videos that you guys find interesting. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And Kenneth does it all the time, and I appreciate it. He's a prolific Tarabuster producer, armchair producer. So, okay. Did you see this? There's a new dating app. They do this all the time. Well, first of all, everything is a grift with the Republicans, as we know. Now there's a new dating app for conservatives. And it was created by Callie McEnany's, the former propagandist of Trump, one of Trump's propagandists, not googly-eyed, the little Sarah Hucksterby Sanders. But Kaylee, with a little blonde. They always have to be little and blonde. Except if you're googly-eyed or connected. That's the thing. You think that Sarah Hucksterby Sanders would have had a job if she wasn't the daughter of the cinnamon diabetes scam cure? Hucksterby, right? The one, and the sister of someone who, I think he hung a dog. That's another story. They're disgusting people. But anyway, a dating app that will be geared toward conservatives is launching in September, everybody. Good. Keep them out of my life. I don't want to see them. I don't want to know them. But here, let's play it. Let's play the commercial. Or the... Come on. Here we go.
Guys, I'm Ryan. I've got to tell you about something I am so excited to announce. A dating app for all of us conservatives. It's called The Right Stuff, and it's launching this September. What I love most about it is that it's invite only, so not just anyone can join.
Not just any pig.
First of all, it's free to use. And for my ladies, you'll never have to pay because we all get premium subscriptions.
Just like a lady should. Take care of the ladies.
For simply inviting a couple friends. Gentlemen, if you want access to...
Gentlemen, you're going to have to pay. Just like you got to pay for that pee. Because you're the boss and we are to be treasured. Meaning it completely subservient and not have any money of our own.
Premium, that's on you. And by the way, those are the only two options. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, because we're a bunch of pricks. Bum, 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 bum.
The Right Stuff is all about getting into the right dating pool with people who share the same values and beliefs as you. You'll start off by building your perfect profile. no pronouns necessary. We want you to
What a
put your
bitch.
best foot forward,
Fuck
which
you.
includes your favorite photos of yourself doing what you love.
Yes,
or
look at what she's doing, what she loves. She's hanging out with the con man, doing what you love.
you love, or being with the people you love. Our prompts
You
give
love?
you the opportunity to let people know various sides of you. So
Like
remember,
what?
be authentic.
What
and-
side? What side? Rugged individuals? What side? You got the side that hates brown people. You got the side that hates gay people. You got the side that hates trans people. What side? Huh?
Creative. We're sorry that you've had to endure.
We're sorry.
years-
You're such a victim, right? We're so sorry. You had to endure living in a world where people aren't as disgusting as you. How did you do it? How did you manage? But now you're home. You're home with the rest of the Nazis.
Of bad dates and wasted time with people that don't see the world our way, the right way.
The right way. The right way. There's no pronouns allowed. Just ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, once you're in the
You know, like
I'm Ryan.
like the gentleman who took a shit in the Capitol. Those are gentlemen.
Let's give you the opportunity to let people know various sides of you. So remember, be authentic and creative.
Be
We're
authentic. Don't dare be authentic. Because if you are a rugged individual, they will kick your ass to the curb faster than you can say, "Make America Great Again."
sorry that you've had to endure years of bad
We're
dates
sorry.
and wasted time with people that don't see the world
Wasting
our
your
way,
time.
the right way. Okay, once you're in the
What? What is that? Oh, did I? Oh, yeah, no, it stops. Well, okay. Once you're in the app, you get off. Get out. Let's watch this just a little bit.
premium, that's on you. And by the way, those are the only two options, ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck you, right? Fuck you. Because we live in a little world, a little tiny world, and the world is so scary and complex. And we will never, ever, I don't know what it is, these people. And this is a young person, but of course she's a grifter, so it goes without saying. Most young people aren't as disgusting as her, so I'm sure she's had a hard time out there in the dating world. Bing, bong, bong, bing, bong.
The right stuff is all about getting into the right dating pool with people who share
Like that's plays. The right dating pool with these people who are all over stock photography.
the dating pool with people who share the same values and beliefs as you. You'll start off by
Like the election was stolen when it's not. And that Trump is a successful businessman because he played one on reality TV.
building your perfect profile. No pronouns necessary.
Oh, fuck you. It's dating for bigots and assholes.
We want you
Look, my just candid professional shot.
to put your best foot forward, which includes your favorite photos of yourself
Doing what you love. Look at what she's doing. She's hanging out with a baboon in a red hat. A baboon con man who is crouching down. What's with this thumbs up shit? Look at me. Doing what you love. Thumbs up. I'm acting, but I am human. Look. Humans put their thumbs up, don't they? Okay, let's do that as a thing, everybody. Because you can't even stand there like a normal person. Everybody's got to be. Put your best foot forward and your big thumb up. Put your thumbs up, everyone, because we're all rugged individuals. So now every time you take a photo, put your thumbs up. Because if you don't put your thumbs up, then you're not in the crowd. You're not in the club. You're not in the cult. Make America great again. Thumbs up. Who's got no one? Hey. Thumbs up in the back. Thumbs up, bitch. Thumbs up. Hey, I saw somebody without a thumbs up. That's how it's going to go. Next, if these assholes get power again, one day there'll be a knock on your door. I didn't see you with a thumbs up.
What you love, or being with the people you love.
Why is he crouching down in that photo? Being with the people you love and who have absolutely no ability to love? Trump is a con man. He's a sociopath, a malignant narcissist. Look, put your favorite photos of you and Trump out there. Why are you crouching over? And look at his man boobs. And I don't mean, everybody's whatever. I'm not trying to body shame him, but maybe I am. I'm just trying to shame him. It's because he's such a narcissist and a phony. And, did you see that other? Yeah, this says it all. There was a video I captured. Where is it? Trump. This was after he was at that Saudi. That was probably where he passed the nuclear secrets to the Saudis. But he was at the it was after that golf thing. That fake ass, the Saudi golf tournament. He said that. Wait, hold on. No. Probably could find it online. Oh, whatever. But he was saying that Ronnie Jackson, great Ronnie Jackson, that used to be the White House doctor. He loved. I asked Ronnie, "What's your favorite?" He used to be a doctor, and then he was a senator, whatever the fuck, whatever. He was saying he had different careers, and he said, "What's your favorite?" It must have been when you were the White House doctor because you liked looking at my body. This is the greatest body. And you know that Trump was saying that because those photos came out of him as in all of his disgustingness, where he absolutely looked like shit. So he had to get out there and like we say, everything is a projection or a confession. It's I guess a projection in a way, or it's telling. It says to everyone. He's basically signaling how embarrassed he is to be in his own the carcass that he is.
Ronnie Jackson, my doctor.
My doctor.
Ronnie. Where's Ronnie?
My doctor. Where's Ronnie? Yeah. Oh.
He was the White House doctor. He was a great doctor. He was an admiral, a doctor, and now he's a congressman. I said, which is the best if you had your choice? And he sort of indicated doctor because he loved looking at my body. It was so strong, powerful.
You're so strong and powerful.
But he said, I'm the healthiest president that's ever lived.
Yeah, you look it.
I was the healthiest. I said, I like this guy. I don't know who the hell he is at the time. I said, but
at the time. Yeah, Ronnie Jackson. Look at all those white people. Oh, there's an Asian person, right? Oh, the white. Oh, there's somebody with darker pigment. I can't tell if it could be someone with the media. Ronnie Jackson. Where are you, Ronnie? Stand up. You like looking at my body. And look at the face of sycophancy. Yeah, one day soon, guys. Shamed whispers. Make no mistake. You will speak of your support of the con man in shamed whispers. It's happening. It's coming, guys. It's coming. Okay, but we're still talking about the dating app for the right stuff. No pronouns necessary, because all you gotta do is be a bitch. Be a fucking bigoted piece of dirt. And, you know, what? Well, we don't want you anyway. We don't. Good. Well, here's another commercial for this dating app. I'm sure that has a lot of money behind it, because that's the only thing these grifters know what to do. And grifters gotta grift.
The dating world is so crazy. The other night, I went out with this guy, and I
went out with this guy. They're so authentic, aren't they? And of course, there's someone. They're not quite, as far as casting concerned. Where are they? They must be. Maybe they're at a gender reveal party, or they're at some party with pink balloons. And gender reveal parties are straight out of the Duggars, you know. So. Whatever. What's he got? What do they have? An innie or an outie? Boo-boo. It's an innie. Who cares? What kind of pee-pee do they have? They're so focused on the pee-pee. Like babies. Like little babies. And thank you, Errol, for your super chat. I wonder how Republic clowns ever gonna smarten up and realize that they're still being duped by dummy number 45. I wonder too. I don't know. They are going to be embarrassed one day. They will. And only the true fringe. It's like it is now with the Nazis. Only the truest of the fringe ever say, yeah, I love Hitler, right? They're the real scum outliers. And but that's not the way it was at the time. But like I said, what was I saying? Whatever. In the future, in the not too distant future. These pricks will only they will speak of their support in shamed whispers. It's coming. All right, well, let's watch this pathetic ad. Look, they have a couple of white bitches. Of course, that's the way it is. So they have a couple of white bitches. They're the main women complaining about dating. And they're supposed to be at a party, some kind of party that requires pink balloons. And they have someone with darker pigment. And then there's someone, I think, Asian in the background. She's probably working on the crew, frankly. And they're like, get in the background. This guy look like a party. A party with women. So it's some kind of maybe a shower, baby shower, something that requires pink balloons. Anyway, so they're complaining sincerely. They got the best actresses, because I really feel their angst here.
Your thoughts on kids? And he said, I'm not gonna have any kids. I feel like it's the worst thing you can do for the environment. Yeah.
Like this really happened.
That's when I knew it wasn't gonna work out.
You know, I had a similar experience. This guy seemed normal on his profile. But when we went out, he asked, oh, do you mind paying? I left my gift card in my other fanny pack.
Well, yeah, sure, honey.
I didn't even get to go on my date.
That happened.
Sorry I'm late. You can ride on the front pegs if you want to get wild.
Sure, that happened, right? I mean, the thing about humor, Republicans, this is why Republicans, they suck at being funny, and all of their attempts fall flat because, first of all, humor, it has to be anchored in truth. Otherwise, it's hack and it's actually embarrassing. It's not funny at all. In fact, that kind of humor, this is not humor, by the way, but it says everything. It doesn't say anything about the society, or it doesn't make any observation about the society, but it says more about the person who is supposedly making the observations, do you know, than it does about the society it's supposed to be observing. And it's not funny. So it's not grounded in truth. Therefore, it is, it falls into the category of bigotry. It's not funny. And it says to normal people that it's embarrassing, first of all, to watch, because I think bullshit. It's not even in the realm of possibilities. Did this happen, or could this happen? Right? No guy is gonna drive up on a. Of course, he's got a female bike, right? Isn't that the female bike with you're supposed to be able to ride it with a dress on? And he's like, got sweat under his pits. You can ride on the handlebars. Bullshit. So liberals are smelly. This is what you're saying? They care about the environment, but they're what? They're it's to a fault. They'll show up to a date where with somebody they don't even know. It's a first date. They'll show up all sweaty and smelly and tell them to get on the handlebars, riding a female bike. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. What it says is that you're delusional. The people who wrote this are absolutely delusional. And it was the Kayleigh McEnany's sister and whoever else is in the executive team of this app that they think is going to make them rich. It's so funny. No, you're pathetic and you're delusional, and you're basically telling us yet again how wedded to fantasy you are. How you're not living in reality. You're not living in the world with the rest of us. Sure, make fun of liberals. Ever see, what's that show? That's from Seattle. What's the one? You know what I'm talking about. Somebody on the chat will tell me. Where they all... Oh, yeah. Portlandia. That is, that's genius, that show. It's making fun of liberals, but it's, it's not mean. But it's liberals making fun of liberals. And it's wedded in some kind of reality. But this is just complete hack bullshit. Like a guy, give me a so is that what it is? Liberals are known for wearing fanny packs? What the fuck? Where the fuck do these people live?
In my other fanny pack.
My other fanny pack. Oh, liberals they wear fanny packs and then they want you to pay because, right, liberals don't have jobs. That's what it is. Bullshit. And why would you even be there? And please.
I didn't even...
Like a guy... And why is he eating an ice cream cone? They're at a coffee shop. He's eating an ice cream cone. So you go on a date. I mean, give me a break here, you dumbasses. Try harder. at least.
I didn't even get to go on my date. Sorry I'm late. You can ride on the front pegs if you want to get wild.
No one likes bad dates. Download the right stuff today and start going out with normal guys.
Normal. Like ones who bring zip ties to the Capitol and take a shit in the halls. Oh, there's a... Like this happen. Like this would happen. It's not funny. It's hack. Oh, it must be so hard for you conservatives to meet anybody. It's not you, it's everyone else. It's not you, it's the world. You're so put upon. I'm sorry. You had to go on dates that were bad, meaning that maybe you met somebody that wasn't a complete homophobe like you. I'm sorry that you had to go on a date with somebody that wasn't a complete monster. How did you put up with that? I'm so sorry that you had to be such a victim yet again. That's the Republican baseline, right? Professional victim. And then this will, have your little dating app. It will fail, as it always does. There's other conservative dating apps. And did you know, one is, it's actually, where the hell is it? It's like, I think it's called Trump Singles or something. Could you imagine that app? Let me see. I had it up, but I can't remember. Dating apps for conservatives or Republicans. Writer. Yeah. One is called Writer. Like, Tinder. They are so derivative. Truth Social, which is, what they did to build Truth Social? They stole the code. Not that, whatever. You could steal the code of any website. That's all they did. They took Twitter's code and then they did it, even worse. Let's see. Yes, Republican People Meet. That's another one. Republican People? Now I know must be a fantasy site. Republican Singles. And then there's, of course, the Right Stuff. That's new. That's the new grift. Where's the other one? Republican Passions. It likes to think itself a dating and social media site. And then you got Trump Singles. That's it. Trump Singles. Could you imagine? Oh my God. I wonder what ever happened. If it was ever successful. Oh, Trump Singles. Because that's what you want to think of when you're getting intimate with someone. You want to think of Trump. Well, maybe you do if you're a cultist. Oh no, we got another. Speaking of Trump Singles, there was we just got spammed by a filthy fascist Trump website. No, I don't know. I can't. Jim on the chat is saying, please join with a fake profile. Maybe I will. And then we can start chatting these people up. No, I don't know. Might be too much work. I should, though. I don't know. I have to think about it. They must have some kind of gatekeeper. I mean, you probably have to put your phone number in. I wonder, I gotta get a burner phone, then. And then we can meet some Trump singles. Right? Poor guys. I would feel bad. Even though, fuck them. What am I saying? Feel bad. Why am I feeling bad? Well, because I'm not a sociopath like them. But, yeah. I just find that everything is a grift. In fact, let me go on Instagram for a minute here. And let's look at, I was on Kimberly Gurgle's Instagram. Somehow I stumbled on Kimberly Gurgle's Instagram. Because I was getting annoyed at something. I don't know. It was something came across my Instagram feed. Kimberly Gargoyle. How do you... I'm so used to calling her Kimberly Gargoyle. I don't even know how to spell her name. Guilfoyle. I told you guys I used to work with this person. And she was not a complete monstrosity. I don't know what the fuck happened to her. Well, just goes to tell you or show you. Oof. So I was looking on her site. And of course, sometimes I get stuck in these. I have to start. I really have to start learning how to walk away. Sometimes they'll say something. That's what happened. It came across my Instagram feed talking about how we need election security. Like, fuck you. Because, we do. We do. We need Republican. We need to expand the vote so people can vote. We need to stop Republican gerrymandering and voter suppression. That's for sure. But there's no dead people voting. Okay? There's no, in fact, that whole, that cyber ninja scam, they specifically, I think, did some kind of search. They were looking for dead people voting, and they didn't find any. All over the country, Republicans are trying to find dead people voting. I think they found one. It's like what happened with George W. Bush. The minute George W. Bush was appointed by the Supreme Court to be the president, despite receiving fewer votes, he directed someone, I don't remember who it was, but they spent millions of dollars, $25 million, trying to find evidence of voter fraud. And they came up with a goddamn goose egg again, because it doesn't happen. It's not about voter fraud, but that's what Republicans will tell you. And it's not just, this is the latest incarnation. They've been up to this game for generations. Charlie Kirk. That's what, So, here, look at these pictures. This is what I saw. Look at this shit.
Steaks from good. I'm here with these beautiful steaks from GoodRanchers.com. And this is the way you show your family you love them, by buying this meat that is born and raised here in the United States.
That's how she's cooked.
Fantastic quality.
Full makeup.
USDA. I don't know if you know this or not, but 85% of the meat that they sell in stores today is not even from the United States.
Oh my God.
It's from overseas, from other countries, and you don't even
Why
know
don't you let them
what's
live?
in it or what you're really getting. Every time we cook with Good Ranchers, it's absolutely fantastic, and that's what you get with this subscription.
Oh my God.
So we get it to come to our house, and when the kids want great steaks, they only...
the point is, she's like, use this code to get this amount off. She's an affiliate for these steaks. Everything is a grift. Imagine Democrats selling steaks. Here, use this code for 20% off. God, everything is a goddamn grift. I can't even believe how fast this show went. Guys, thank you so much. Support APS Radio News and all the other Tarabuster affiliates. We will win. We stick together, we win. I'll see you soon. I fucked that up. See you soon, guys.
Really want to eat Good Ranchers, and I don't blame them.
I don't blame them.
Potatoes tonight, you can go to goodranchers.com and make sure that you're making a quality choice for your family every single time you buy and cook.
I believe you. Everything is a goddamn grift. Open up your wallet. Go to goodranchers.com. Use the code MAGA. God help us. God help us. She's gonna go up in flames, Terry Taylor said. Yeah. And yeah, she put on a full makeup to cook steaks. Yeah, you think she cooked? She actually cooked those steaks? Give me a break. Oh, help us. God help us. All right, guys, listen. Thank you so much. Right? The fan only works when it's on, Haiku says. Exactly. She's like burning up the whole... Because she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. You think she sits around cooking? It's crazy. Everything is a grift. Here, go to goodranchingsteaks.com. Oh, my God. It was. It could have been Melania. Errol says, oops, I thought that was Melania. It will be. It could be. It's almost Melania. I'm saying Melania would sell steaks too. She sold her ass, so why wouldn't she sell steaks, right? It's her ass, your ass. She'll sell ass. She's selling. She's gonna sell. All right, my friends, listen up. Now I gotta go. I know that's the way it is on Fridays. You guys know. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. I gotta go get the show ready for Progressive Voices. And other than that, we'll have a show during the week. I don't know when. Maybe Wednesday, hopefully. I'm not sure. I can't do it Tuesday, I know, because I have something to do. Other than that, I will be on DC Report with Brad Bannon on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll post that in the Tarabuster Facebook page and on my Twitter and whatnot. So you guys can have a little Tarabuster. We always have a great conversation. I love when getting together with Mark Grimaldi and Brad Bannon. It's a great show. And we always have a really good conversation. And it should be interesting. And so Mark's like, can you send some topics maybe you want to talk about on Monday? And usually I'll send them Sunday afternoon because I said, especially now, I said, with any luck, Trump will be in prison by then. So let's not jump the gun. Let's wait and see. Kimberly Gargoyle. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and everything. I had a great time. I'll speak for myself. We had a great time, but I had a great time, and I want to thank everybody for hanging out and all your support emotionally and your practical support, but also your spiritual and emotional support. That works too. That counts too. And all right. I'll see you. My name is Tara Devlin. Thank you so much for everything and for hanging out. Damn it. Where the fuck? We will win. I can't believe I messed that up. We're on the right side of history, decency, dignity, and democracy. We stick together, we win. Tell your friends about the show and invite them to hang out with us. All right? I'll see you guys very soon. Stay safe and be awesome as usual. I'll see you very soon.